lying on the floor dead. And we're like, no, it's our father. Nothing happened. And knowing I have a father, so nothing can happen to me. That is always my belief in this life. Or something, and in turn breaking my heart forever, which indeed that was true. And it was, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, scratch that. Hello, hi, how you doing? My name is Okwe, in case you're new here. And if you watched my video once or twice, thank you and welcome back. I think I've posted this year, I think so. And yeah, number one update, I changed my job. I have a new job now, and I'm so excited about that. I'm genuinely glad that I have a new job. And I think the reason I'm making this video is I lost my father. I lost my father about 3 weeks ago, and honestly, before the loss of my father, I used to be like, oh, I don't think I've ever known loss, like a deep kind of loss. Of course, I've known loss. I think when I was in school, kind of praying for things and not getting it, but a loss that caused so deep. I don't think I've never known it until I lost my father. I remember when I was writing a post announcing his loss. I remember I said, oh, the mirror of my life shattered, and in turn, or the mirror of my life broke or something, and in turn breaking my heart forever, which indeed that was true. And it was the most unexpected, the most unthinkable thing to ever happen to me. And okay, let's scratch back to that day, the day it happened. So it was on a Wednesday. I remember waking up that day, and I remember when I was leaving home that day, he was sleeping. That I remember. Okay, I keep remembering. Anyways, pardon me, but I remember I was talking about something, and I said that morning when I left for work, I didn't know the angel of death was in my house, waiting for the perfect time to take my father. Yeah, because I remember that day on Wednesday, going to work. I left him at home. He was sleeping, and yeah, he was not feeling fine. I think he had typhoid, and we were talking about him going to the hospital that morning, and then I think his car was at the mechanic or something. So I told my mom that when they're about to go, they should inform me so I can order Uber for them. And okay, and I left to work. And I got to work. I think around 11 or so, I called my mom and I was like, oh, is it ready? So is it awake so you can, like, what's the plan? And it was just like, that is said he's feeling weak, that he wants to eat and take his drugs. Then later in the day, probably in the evening, he's going to go to the hospital. And I said, okay, cool. And the call. And I think like past 1 or so, later that afternoon, my mom called. And when she called, the first thing that was in my mind was, oh, maybe he's ready to go to the hospital now. And I picked the call. And the first thing I heard was Hegbamio. And in English it's help me. And I was like, I was going to call her mom. She was just shouting. And I hanged her. And I remember just starting up that day, switching up all the systems, calling my boss. I was like, I need to go, there's an emergency at home. Then inform the people I used to inform at work. And I went home. Not so. On my way home, I called my partner. I called my brothers, and none of them were picking at first. Then later, my younger brother picked, and he was like, "Oh, like, where is it?" He said, "It's at this shop that is going on." And I said, "What happened?" He said, "My mom just called him. I was shouting." I said, "She called me too." I was like, "Okay, is she like?" I was like trying to ask, "Is it at the hospital? Did they rush him to the hospital?" Something like that. Death never occurred to me. Yeah, death never occurred to me. And then we're calling people that I know. Probably my mom would have called, and none of them were picking. So I was like, should I stop at the general hospital if that is where they're mistaken or something? Let me just know before I get home. I remember that day I was shaking inside the bus because I was just so scared. But death was never occurred to me. And I got home. that afternoon, and I remember a sister of mine. I met her downstairs. I think she was explaining to someone, or she was telling someone, and I was just, as I was coming, like I got her from the bus, I was coming, I saw her, and I was looking at her, and the next thing I read from my lips was Otiku, and that means it's dead. And I didn't even believe it. Let me not lie. I didn't believe it, and honestly, I still don't. A part of me still don't believe it. And she was like, I was like, okay, like I didn't hear anything. She was calling me. She was like, bring your bag. I didn't hear it. I was like, I'm going upstairs, and then because the curtain was open or something, and immediately I got to her doorstep. I saw him lying on the floor dead, and I couldn't even hate her because I just stood there crying my heart out. And one of my elder brother was like, "Who is that?" And you're like, "Me, it's me." And he also come and like drag me inside, and I just, even till now saying it, I didn't believe it. I don't. And then I saw him was lying down, and cried. Then I asked for my mom, and we're like, she's inside. And I saw my mom. Apparently, she was okay. Apparently, she was praying, or she was about to pray, or she was in the middle of a prayer when of a salat, when it died. So she was just, yeah, she was yeah, I don't even know what to do till today. I don't know. And then my younger brother came in. Remember, I said I was calling him to get an update. I got on before him, and yeah, he came in. Then my last one, my younger sister, she was in school, and I think at some point people were like, oh, when she comes, they shouldn't allow her come upstairs. But later I got to know that when she was coming from school and she saw people downstairs and the way it was doing, and she just knew, and so they had to bring her upstairs. Oh, she was just shouting, "My dad, my daddy!" She was crying, and so they had to, because according to the Islamic rites, you have to bathe them, and then so before they bathe him, they had to like let us see him. And yeah, it was, just let us see him. And Okay, according to the Islamic right, because my dad went to Hajj, so there's this white cloth that they use in Hajj. They call it Asho Arami. I don't know the English words. And my dad has gone to Hajj like 20 years, more than 20 years, because my younger brother is like 20 something years, and we went to Hajj when my mom was pregnant with my younger brother. So they're asking for the white clothes, and when we brought it out, so they can like use it for him. Never in my life will I. Yeah, so yeah, we're looking for the clothes, and when they saw it, it was not big enough to use for him. So they went to buy clothes, and yeah, people started coming. Yeah, people heard. Funny enough, in my area that day, my dad was the third person that died. But yeah, I think even till now, I don't think I've ever been able to grasp his loss. And so, okay, let me just tell you what we did after. Then they beat him, obviously. They beat. Funny enough, like I said, the angel of death was in my household that day. It was just waiting for the perfect time. Funny enough, okay, my mom made swallow for him, and it was like, okay, he wants to bait. That when he finished baiting, he's going to eat. My mom was not like, is it strong enough to bait that? You should wait, let her finish praying. He said, so it was like, okay, he sat down. So when he saw that my mom did the ablution and was praying, he went to bed, and at some point my mom had to break a prayer in the middle because it was like he can't reach his back, that I want to come and help him, and she did. And she said he came out from the bedroom, he towed his body, he sat down, and that was the perfect time for the angel of death to take my father, and it did. So so they beat him. I couldn't, yeah, I can't be there. My younger brother was there and the family members, and yeah, so they beat him, they wrapped him up, yeah, we slept actually. Then they put him in a room, so we actually slept with the dead body till the next day, like, because they're taking him to the village the next day, and so we had to, we can't sleep. I remember my cousin, my elder brother, came to meet me and was like, should we go and sleep somewhere else, like should we go and sleep somewhere else, so that instead of sleeping at home, because that's where after the finish beating they have to put him in a room. So yeah, and we're like, no, he's our father, nothing will happen. And so everybody, like all the family members that were around with the children, the wife, we all slept in a room, and it was in another room. So yeah, I'm just going to say, I'm a Muslim and I'm a firm believer of Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Indeed, I think the translation is like, indeed we came from him, and we indeed will go back to him or something. So I'm a firm believer of that, and I'm a firm believer of the owner of my father's life took it. And regardless of how much I want to be hungry, how much I want to regret things, how much I would say that I'm grateful for my father's life. He is not perfect, but he lived a life that one day want to emulate. I mean, he's a Muslim. He performed the 5 pillars of Islam. He went to Hajj. He married. He gave birth to children. He was a kind man. He was a kind man. He gave birth to boys and he gave birth to girls. He gave us to his best, the best of his ability, the best life he could give us. We all went to school. My second board just passed out from NYC just this month. My 2 other boys, other siblings, I'm university, and our last one is still in school, secondary school. And so this is just to tell you that he was a good man, he was a good father, he was a good husband, and to his best of his ability, he did his best, and we are grateful. I'm so grateful for his life, and I'm so grateful for his death. I mean, I'm so grateful for every life he touched, and I hope every kindness and every good deed he did in this life will intercept for him on the day of Al-Qiyamah. So if you come across this, please pray for my father. Pray that Almighty Allah accepts his soul. Almighty Allah forgives him. Almighty Allah accepts him as a slave. And Almighty Allah grants him a Jannah Firdaus. And if you can, in honor of my father, recite Surah Al-Ikhlas. Thank you. So I just wanted to put it out there. How do I feel? Knowing my father, I know my father will not want us to be stuck in our father is dead. So as of now, we're fine. I don't think I'll ever grasp the fact that my father is dead. I don't think I will ever grasp it. But you have to keep living. You have to move on. I have siblings, and most importantly, I have my last one, who my father was the apple of her eye. Let's just say that. I don't want her to be stuck in that, my father is dead. I want her to explore the possibilities of life. And for us to do that, we have to, even if we are not strong, we have to always act strong for her. And so is my mom, because the moment my mom sees us crying on things, it brings memories when she starts crying. And now we just dwell in the fact that he was a kind man. He was a very, very kind man, and the good memories, the good memories. And we pray for him, and we just do things that we hope that Almighty Allah accepts, and Almighty Allah forgives him, and Almighty Allah accepts him as a slave, So there's no coming back from the loss of my father, because I just always expected both my parents to live long, to enjoy the fruits of their labor, to be there at my wedding. Be there on my wedding day. I know when my father was alive, when I'm getting married, he's going to cry. He's going to cry because let me tell you, we the girls had apple of my father's eye, and he would do anything for us. I've always said, for whatever I am and for whatever I will ever be, it is because of my father. My father was the strongest backbone in my life, the strongest tree. Like when people say, Yoruba say, Ikile Yogbami, that's my father. He was the strongest tree in my life. He was the strongest, it was my shield in this life. And even going forward in life, that scares me. But I have God, I have Almighty Allah. So he was my strongest shield in this life. He was my strongest backbone. He was the one that makes me go through life knowing he will always be there, knowing I have a father, so nothing can happen to me. That is always my belief in this life. But that tree broke, that tree fell, and in turn, it broke my life, it broke my heart for life. And we are people of Alhamdulillah, we are people of gratitude, we are grateful. We are grateful for his life. We are grateful for his children, his wife, his wealth, his legacy. His legacy was his children. And we will continue to be a reflection of him. And yeah. And then then we went back to my hometown the next day to bury him, because it would have been easier to bury him in Lagos, but at the end of the day, we wanted to bury him in his fatherland and his motherland, because both his mother and father are from our hometown, so it is important that we bury him in his hometown, in his motherland, in the soil, because he was born on that soil, and it is important for us to return him back to that soil. And it was, for me personally, I've never attended a burial. The one time I even got to pray on a corpse was through a window, because they were burying someone. I remember it was my hometown, and they were burying someone at the back of our window, and people were praying. And so my big mom there had to be like, okay, we should join them, but it was just in the room. But that was the first time I got to see a corpse, to bury a corpse, to pray on a corpse. And I prayed, and that unfortunately has to be on my father. As I said, we are people of gratitude, and we are so grateful for his life. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, just wanted to come share that, and I just hope it's going to be this. I don't know. In case it ever comes to your mind, please pray for us, pray for my mom, pray for his children, and most importantly, please pray for my father. So I really pray all his good deeds in this life, intercede for him on the day of Al-Qiyamah. So yeah, I'm good. My siblings, we are all good, alhamdulillah. We have good support systems, and and we are so grateful to everybody. And yeah, I can say yeah. It's so crazy. It's so sad living this life without my father. It's sad. It's honestly so sad. Yeah. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. I believe maybe that time we'll explore my new place. My new workplace. Okay, bye. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Say prayer for my father and for us.